Our coverage of Colorado takes us to our nation's capital. That's where Republican representatives grilled Denver's Mayor Mike Johnston today. One even threatened to put him in jail over the city's immigration policies. Congress wanted answers from Johnston and the mayors of Boston, Chicago, and New York, saying the city's policies of not handing over undocumented immigrants picked up for crimes are putting the public and police at risk. Your political reporter Sean Boyd is live in Washington, D.C. for us tonight. And Sean, you sat through the entire 6-hour hearing.
It's interesting, Michael. The people who did most of the talking over those 6 hours were committee members, not the mayors. While this was billed as an inquisition, it was more of a prosecution, with Republicans accusing the mayors of everything from failed leadership to treason.
Mayor Johnston, is Denver a sanctuary city?
A lot of folks use that term.
Yes or no?
Sorry, Mr. Chairman. Folks use that term differently. I can tell you what Denver does. We do not.
Okay, I take that as a yes.
From the outset, Mayor Mike Johnston was on the defense as Republican members peppered him with questions and in many cases didn't even wait for his reply.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Yes or no, Mr. Mayor?
Pardon?
Yes or no? Will you join me?
I do not believe the detainer law needs to be changed. So I can tell you what Denver does.
Okay, so you don't want them to coordinate with ICE.
The timing of the hearing couldn't have been worse for Johnston. 4 days ago, immigration agents say Denver jail released a suspected Venezuelan gang member charged with violent felonies. The jail was supposed to give federal agents 48 hours notice. Colorado Congressman Jeff Crank says they got 1 hour, and he says an ICE agent was injured.
Have you apologized to the federal law enforcement agent who was assaulted by a Trinidad Agua gang member because of your failed leadership? Yes or no?
I reached out to the ICE officers yesterday, and I've asked to sit down with them to talk about this procedure and how we can align systems to make sure no other officers get injured.
Johnston says the city has made more than 1,200 similar releases with no problem.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Johnston defended his leadership in his opening remarks, saying as mayor, he has a duty to protect the health and safety of all people in the city. And as a man of faith, he says he has a moral obligation to care for those in need.
The question Denver faced was, what will you do with a mom and 2 kids dropped on the streets of our city with no warm clothes, no food, and no place to stay?
He told the committee Denver follows all state and federal laws, and despite the massive influx of migrants over the last 2 years, crime is down. Colorado Congressman Gabe Evans says the city still ranks as the 10th most dangerous, and because it doesn't ask inmates' immigration status, which Evans says is required on FBI fingerprint cards, there's no way of knowing if migrants are driving crime.
So not filling out the FBI fingerprint card, which would directly contradict your statement that you want people who are illegally present in the country and committing crimes to be held to account for those crimes.
Representative Lauren Boebert says Denver's policies are also impacting neighboring Aurora.
You were shipping illegal aliens to Aurora. Their crime was increasing while you were hiding under laws that you will not demand be repealed.
Johnston says state and local laws aren't the problem, Congress is.
So if Denver can find a way to put aside our ideological differences long enough to manage a crisis we didn't choose or create, it seems only fair to ask that the body that is actually charged with solving this national problem, this Congress, can finally commit to do the same.
The city paid a D.C. law firm a $2 million retainer to help prepare Johnston for the hearing, but he told me after it that he thinks many committee members had their minds made up. Some Republicans are even asking the Justice Department to investigate the mayors for harboring criminals. Johnston told me he's not worried. He says under the law, he would have had to shield those migrants from federal agents, which he didn't. And he told me if Republicans try to withhold federal funding, the city will sue. Live in the nation's capital, Sean Boyd covering Colorado First.
Sean, we appreciate you being there and bringing us in-depth coverage.